want to bring back, or rather bring in Akin Fapohunda, who is the Secretary, Steering Committee, Eminent Elders Forum. Now, Dr. Akin, by the way, Akin is going to do us a presentation. There is a reason why I left him to be at this point, so that everybody would have been here and for him to make his presentation. Dr. Akin, if you can unmute yourself, and you have the authority, I believe, to make, to share your screen so you can quickly make your presentation. Dr. Akin, over to you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. My regards to everyone. I just have a small challenge. I have to change another source now, so I'm not able to share, but I can talk quickly about my presentation. I appreciate what everybody has said this evening. We are all on point. The issue is that we are all operating in silos. We are all feeling the pains in all ways. And all what you have said this evening, they are all known. We now have to change. My first proposal here is that this meeting should not just end without forming a strategic thinking group. I hope you are hearing me, Mazi.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. We should not go away without thinking of forming a strategic thinking group. Many things cannot be said and open like this. Our activities, some are public and some have to be covert. With the last speaker, I align with him. Now, what's the objective? Nigeria, as we know it, has unraveled. It is no longer redeemable. We have to restructure. It is not if, but it is now when, how soon. The demolition has started. It's either we let it just fall freely or we manage the process. It's a choice. That's why I'm saying our talking has been nice, we have been educated, we have to do more than talking. I want to clarify one point today for the audience, because people talk about restructuring, people say, what does it mean? What is it? And it's so simple. You can restructure to 0. You can have 10% restructuring. You can have 50%. It depends on agreement and understanding. In the paper, which I will share with Mazi later, we can send to all members. We can have restructured to 5 different levels. The first one, a country that is unitary command and control, like we have it now. Another level is strong center, appendage federating units. The third level is voluntary cooperation and collaboration of federating units. The fourth one, autonomous federating units with rotational leadership at the center. Common currency, common flag, common embassy overseas, no more. Is there a country is restructuring? The last one is to have every nationality to be a republic. All I've said, 5 of them, they are restructuring. If you accept which one, you can form an agreement that reflects any of the 5. So don't let us say, oh, we don't want restructuring, we want this. All we are doing is to restructure. We demolish and rebuild in the way we want. Simple. Okay, in brief, restructuring towards end. The body I represent, the Eminent Elders Group, we have given thoughts to this. We have just issued a document 2 days ago, formally signed and ratified. The elements of what should work is in that document. And quickly, I'll just go by the elements. Every nationality should have freedom in its own territory. Every nationality should have right to form its own sub-regional units the way it likes. Every region, if you chose to be region, will have freedom to march and demarch and rearrange within its territory without interference. If we agree to be a country, every region will determine its own INEC. There will be no federal INEC. You elect your delegates to come to Abuja. There will be no federal INEC. There is no cheating of population anymore. That's if you agree to be a country. I've actually said too that we need to have an exit clause. Even in the region, for example, supposing the Okuns in Kwara, they join with Ekitis, but in 5 years, they don't like it anymore. They should be free to say, we don't want to stay with Ekiti anymore. It should not be that we have a region where you'll be permanently in prison. So there should be fluid, exit clause should be fluid over time. I'm just saying, because not to waste so much time. Now, we are worried about legislative list. That's the issue. In our document, we have just 10 items in the exclusive list, just 10. And then we have 16 on concurrent. Every other thing is residual. Residual, that's the blueprint we are proposing. And so what are we saying then? We want to restructure Nigeria. We want to reach a new agreement. How do you go about it? There are 4 steps which I'm proposing for us to consider now beyond talking. The first step is that this body, this group, and the Southern Middle Belt Forum, and anybody who wants, we should now agree that there should be no elections in Nigeria again until we are restructured to the level that suits everybody. This idea was agreed to by the Yoruba group in July last year. It should now be a national cry that no more elections. We should confront our political leadership, no more elections unless there's a change. That's one thing we have to do. Number 2, 1963 Constitution is the closest to what can be used to rework a new model. And it has so many advantages. It's a very short document. It should be a template for us to adopt. It's a document, many people have not even seen it. Most people don't have it. If you got it and you look at it, you will see that it's a very elegant document that shows what we have in Nigeria now. It was agreed to by the major blocs in Nigeria. The document was based on relation between federal and region, autonomously. It's a parliamentary system. It has reduced exclusive list. So it's a good template to adopt. So this body, our group, should decide to relaunch 1963 Constitution as a template. I'm not saying we'll take it 100%, but it's a good template with which to modify. Far, far superior to 1999 Constitution. Members may be aware, the Tony Nadi group issued a force majeure December 16. It's going to expire 15th of March. That's a good date for us to start the initiative, to start the campaign, that what is the next step? We want to use 1963 Constitution as a template to reform Nigeria. And I said, we can restructure that everybody will carry his own flag. We can restructure and decide what is the element of cooperation. It is still restructuring. Okay? So that Niners declaration, we should key into it. We should amplify it. We should raise it up for the next 1 year. If you don't do it, let me warn now. We have only this year to do something, because once we reach 2022 and the money back starts sharing nomination forms, they start buying slots, we will not have impact again, because they have money to, that means we have 3 years lost. The earlier we start this mobilization, the better. Action number 3, we are all saying we want a Ijaw nation, we want Yoruba nation, we want, supposing we have the nation tomorrow, how do we run? We should start thinking now, Nigeria is done, Nigeria is done. So how do we organize ourselves? How do the Yorubas organize itself to run as a region or as a country? It's not enough to just say, oh, we are going to be a region, we are going to be this. We have to organize now, and the document we have already provides for various things. We have to form movements for the actualization of regions. If you think you want to be a region, you need to know who believes in it and form a movement that will be ready to take over the running of the region. And no region is too small. Iceland is just 535,000 population, and it's a country in the UN. How big is Gambia? So the Gbagis can be a region on its own. The Nupes can be a region on its own. In fact, it should be based on language, based on culture, so that you are just kit and kin. We have provisions on how to get this done in our document, which we circulate to Mass Secretariat. So if we don't organize, when the country finally demolishes, we won't know what to do. It's high time we start organizing now. I'm pleading to all my friends who are from the Southwest. The talking is too much. My friends who are from the Biafra land, decide on your flag, decide your constitution, decide on blueprint how to run your own country or your own region, whichever one. What does autonomy mean to you? It's time to set up panels to activate restructuring in every region. If we do this, it will scare the Fulani. If they say we are preparing for nationhood, we are preparing for regionalization, we announce committees, we mobilize. They will be isolated, they will be outflanked. And if we declare in Enugu, in Lafia, in Pategi, in Ibadan, that we are running our own, what will happen? We Fulanis come and wage war of all the regions. October 1, 2021 is a target date for us to start saying we want to anticipate, we want to organize, we want to mobilize, we want to prepare for the commencement of self-government in the proposed regions. October 1, 2021. If you have no target date, if there is no milestone, we are just making noise. We don't have to have target date, we have to have milestone. And if 4 or 5 major groups in Nigeria go into this recipe I'm trying to propose, we have liberated ourselves. I know that for sure. So finally, the point I want to make now, just 1 minute. I know time is of essence. While we are preparing for covert action, maybe war, it might come, we must also prepare for negotiations. Pre-1960, the Nigerians then did not agree to meet on their own. The Fulanis were also talking tough, even then. It took Britain to take Nigerians to London to go and talk. There was a mediator. They didn't agree on their own within Nigeria. In 1967, it took General Ankara in Ghana to call Nigerian parties together to reach agreement, though the agreement was not implemented. As we are today now, one group of Nigerians, the Fulanis, They are sitting on top of all of us. They will never agree on their own that we are equals. It's either we now open up international flank to say who can call Nigerians out of Nigeria to go and talk. Then we might have a peaceful solution. But all actions are on the table. Public action, like I've discussed in this presentation, covert action, we are just like South Africa now, ANC, and then the military wing. Many things we have to do. Finally, gentlemen and ladies on this platform, we have to do more than talking. We need to form a group outside this forum that will think of strategies and stance, that they will just be seeing results, not just talk. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Akinda. Obviously, what in summary, you alluded that we are operating in silos, that we should demolish, demolish in order to rebuild, and that there should be exit clause if we rebuild and have a new constitution. You also made a presentation of 4 steps to restructure, in which you now said that one, there should be no election, or rather, there should be a campaign to stop any further election. Secondly, that the 1963 Constitution should be a baseline template to move forward. And you alluded to the fact that that people must start running the envisioned regions the way they think it should be. And also, lastly, you said that we have to leave some room for negotiations if in all these things happening. And I will say once more, thank you for your contribution. Now, I have to bring